Hi guys, how are you doing? Let me just check my sound on the other side here for YouTube. Hold on. Okay, I'll put that on mute. What are you doing? Come on, mute. There we go. All right. So thank you. Thank you guys for showing up. Um, we already have, let's see, how many? Four questions? Yes, four questions. We have first one of Fiona, Lucy, then we have Vixen, and we have Ash, right? All right. So I've got my various decks here. I wasn't a lot of pain today. I've got a lot of arthritis, and there's been a lot of rain and wind and stuff, so I'm managing. I almost nearly thought, I hope I don't have to cancel today because I'm in a lot of pain. But gratefully, I'm able to truck on. Took my pain reliever, so we should be doing okay. Got my coffee. Okay. So, all kinds of stuff going on. All kinds of stuff every day. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up with this government. Um, Shoot, I should have written down some of the questions that popped into my mind as I was preparing here. Um, because I had some questions too. But I'll go with your guys first, and then maybe that'll give me enough time to remember what it was. It was a political question because I often, look into that, what's going on. I read my news headlines and give myself a little bit of sanity from being too up close and personal. Um, let's see here. Anything else I've got in here? Okay. Some questions I had about, I wanted to look at Trump, of course, and the Democratic Party into the future. So Amy Lemmy from your okay, got it. Got your got your question. Maya, did you hear what Pam Bondi said to Jasmine Crockett regarding Elon Musk? Her response back was awesome. Refresh my memory. I've listened to a number of things, and of course, what Miss Crockett comes back with is golden, and they can't stand it because they just are not as clever, in my opinion. When will Putin be found uh, as an ex-Putin? Like an ex-parrot from Monty Python. Okay, we'll take that one down. We're picking up now. Okay, so we got Amy, we got Sharon. Let me just check everything. Amy, hello everyone. Hope everyone is having a safe day. Thank you, sweetheart. I hope everyone is too. And I think that's okay. We are at 7 questions. All right. Okay. So, what was Fiona? What was the Hey, Sharon Christy, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Your first time live. Oh, I appreciate you joining us, and thank you so much. It means a lot. It does. They can't stand Jasmine because she tells the truth. Yeah, and they can't come up with as good a quips either. They don't have it. Here we go. Vicky Green. Hi. Will we still be able to get our meds with these tariffs? Because of like okay, China and stuff. I know a lot of our medicine comes out from there, which is kind of, come on, America, get back to making things. Ugh. Um, okay, so just to touch into some comments that people are leaving, Fiona was saying she was basically threatening Crockett. Yeah, she likes to do that. They all like to do that now. They feel like they're all powerful and stuff. Telling her she needed to tread lightly when she speaks about Leon, Crockett told her she should talk to her boss about his pardons of June 6 rioters. Good for her. That's the thing. What I was being shown in a reading last night that I was doing because I was getting so mad listening to stuff is that my guides gave me cards that said you need to keep standing up to this. You can't don't be afraid, you know. You got to stand up to them from wherever your little corner is in the world in whatever little way you can. We're not to we're not to capitulate to them. Okay? And Ash says, I have a feeling that muskrat is going to crash and burn because of all the K he's been taking and a lack of sleep he's getting. Yeah, and you know what, Ash? You can really see it, his lack of stability uh, in his interviews and stuff more of recent. And yeah, he's real emotional. And from what I understand about when you take that drug, you can have, I think it can drain your natural brain chemistry, can throw it off. And I kept getting cards back when I did my last really like deep dive on Elon. It does not look good for him. He just never gets good cards. And yeah, he will crash and burn. It's just when. I guess you could say he's already doing it, but he's really gonna circle the drain at some point here. I do see that. All right. Sharon Christine. I'm an empath and tarot reader, very PT, but shy. I cannot get a read on Putin. Putin's a slick devil, you know, and it's he's got a time window. All these guys, what I've noticed, do have a time window, and it will once it's up, seriously, things are going to change. Um, it's going to be pretty hairy, though, so to speak, pretty intense. Um, just saw a clip. Sounds like GOP has a bill that would hand Trump their congressional power. I'm not surprised. It makes me ill. Um, there are some mornings where I wake up a bit tearful. I can't, lie to you about that, but it's just so awful. That wouldn't surprise me. Elon said today he was tired of all the BS coming at him. Too bad. Maybe he shouldn't be such a jerk and try and take people's only little bit of money that they get that they paid into a month from their work throughout their lives, probably before he was even born. Um, you know what? When are people going to grab these guys by the lapels and give them a slap across the face? That's what needs to happen. Seriously, stop being so nice. This is, you know, part of the problem. Why we have them is because of this, you know, we can't, go low. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can just for a moment, then go back up. Is Putin a clone? Hmm. I don't think so. I don't. I think he's just human trash, truthfully. She told a reporter when they asked her what she had to say to Elon, and it was F off. And Jasmine is the best. Yeah, I think I saw that headline about F off. I thought, yes, Amy Lemley, it's what Elon deserves, to be honest. And then Sharon Christine. There is a body double of Trump, one who wears makeup and one who doesn't, one who's overweight in the face and not wearing makeup. They may have them, I know that Putin does. That does not surprise me. Trump, I don't know. He's a weird cat, man. He's even well, he and Putin are both egotistical, but his is a little different. Do I belong to Do I belong to Kajal Malik 389? Christopher Richard Swinehart. Who is this? Is this somebody that you see or somebody that you're involved with? I will tag your question. Okay, Christopher. Yes, I'm glad it's bothering him, Amy says. And Fiona says, Yep, Vixen, they are trying to do what was done for Hitler. Give him all the power. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then the people that say, You all are being too much. You guys are doing too much. You guys are, no, 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 no. This is what's happening. There's a lot of people still in denial. Um, he got himself in the mess to begin with. Oh, she's a singer. Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me in on that. That's a personal question. It's okay. He can ask a personal question. He can ask a personal or political. It's fine now. I do both, Sharon Christine. So you can ask personal or political. I'm here for it all. So it's all good. Okay, so now we're up to 9. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because it can take a while. And we need to kick it off. So let's go. All right. So with Fiona's question, let me just bounce back to the live. All right. And I think I've got everyone's down. So let's just see. It's going to take me a moment to warm up and dial in here. Now that I've taken down the questions, had a little chit chat, let's see what we have. Okay, Fiona wants to know, does my higher self, let me turn up my volume here, and my gain a little bit. I guess it's pretty loud. Does my higher self have a message for me? I'm sure they do. Let's just take a look. I've got a few decks here. You know what I might try? I did get a new deck, and it's called What We've Forgotten. It's an oracle deck. Too bad that there was a sticker here, but it's 63 cards in a guidebook by Amy Miranda. Okay. And it's called What We've Forgotten Oracle Deck. And I know that might be backward. Anyway, I'll have to put this on I thought I had this on mirror, my settings, so that we wouldn't have backward letters and things. It's got a little pamphlet, black and white, not very expensively made, and the cards are matte. They're nice. So they won't have as much glare. Like this is, what's this? Medicine. All right. So let's get going. And let's start this new deck. All right. And I did say deck. My brain. I had the heck of a time of falling asleep last night. The stenosis in my neck was just not letting me be. And that's because a bunch of rain moved into, got it, Ellen. You're the last question. Boop-de-doo. Ooh, and I'll read your question, your comment as well, Sharon. I'm just going to star it for right now so I can read it. Are you accepting super chats for a reading? I do, but I do prefer PayPal because they take a lot of money away from me. YouTube does for themselves out of the super chats that you guys do. So if you can, oh, you know what? And let me just put my banner with my email down here for if you want to make a donation. PayPal donation. There we are. Maya Murphy 68 at gmail.com. And then they don't, if you put it as a friend, then they don't take anything out. So that would be the best way. It's the way I prefer. You did make it. Put cabbage leaves on it for pain. Problem is, Amy, I'd probably eat them because I love cabbage. Especially cabbage rolls. Fiona says YouTube takes 33%. I mean, like, it's pathetic what we make. It's like 5 cents for every commercial, if we're lucky, that we get. And I try not to bombard you guys with too many. I try to put them in at every half hour, which is the longest time you can. I'm slipping, you guys. Hang on a minute. That you can, uh, the longest interval before they want us to pepper our content with ads, but that's just annoying. I can't do that, and we don't make that much. I'm lucky if I break 100 a month, to be honest. Just the way that they run it, they make the money off of us. Oh boy, do they. Mary Fortenberry, so nice to see you here. Let me get a tissue. I've got my little, everything's blooming, spring, it's beautiful, but boy, just enough to make the nose moist. You guys know how it goes these days. All right. And thank you, Miss Mary, saying hi, everyone, and sending blessings. I will take you up on that. Thanks for those blessings. Seriously, some people that have had NDEs and stuff see that our prayers come up like lights. And I believe that because I've experienced, like I've said, near death, like, um, I don't know, experience. I suppose you call that a spiritually transformative experience. But you don't have to actually die to have it happen, although it kind of makes me wonder if I was not well at the time that I was having them. But, anyways, that's what they see. And I'll talk about that another day because you know what? That's where the hope comes from. It comes from spirit to me, and it comes without my knocking on the door so much. I'm always knocking on the door. But they give me dreams every now and again that are just so fortifying. And I know I'm to share it with you to help you fortify yourself during this time. And I hope that you're doing that. Amy says it's supposed to rain here for 3 days straight. Oh, good grief. And Arizona, Sharon says, is windy and you can't go outside. It's very gusty here by the coast of San Francisco. I'm near the ocean. NDE as an 8-year-old when a snake tried to choke me. Well, you'll have to tell us about that. I'm always find these experiences very edifying, and I appreciate that it's a personal experience. Hello, Gina. Oh, let me just, I don't know if Isadora still has internet. She typed that she did not have internet. So our buddy, our beautiful mod, might be not able to get onto the internet. So let me just type in here. I'm not going to take any more questions because now we have 11. Okay, so I'm just going to type it. No more questions. Oh, whoop, no more. Thanks. Oh, 10-foot python. Now deceased. Was it someone's pet? Oh my word. I had a feeling it was the strangulation kind. Thank you, Ash. Thank you for doing that, bro. I appreciate it. Oh man, this shoulder's killing me. I kept landing on it when my husband and I were initially starting to try and get me from the bed to into my wheelchair. Thank you. I've got Ash here, so we're all good. But Sharon, since you're willing to do that, I'll put you on next time. Anybody else, just let me know, and I'll throw you a wrench a little later. Okay. All right. So let's carry on with Fiona's question. I'm anxious to use this new deck. And Ash, I saw you posted something new on your channel, and I've been meaning to get over there and give it a listen. Because I thought, I gotta do that. Ash supports me. I'm curious. I'm a nosy Parker. Yep, all the firefighters cut it off, never will have a snake again. Ooh, at least not a big one. The garter snakes in the yard, they're beautiful, they're great. Keep them out there. Ash does a great job. Yes, he does. Awesome. Awesome dude. All right, you guys. So now I'm going to dial into Fiona. I'm going to try. I'm going to cut off this stupid shoulder pain. Mm. Come on, pain meds, kick in. And I have been babying it, and it's actually gotten a lot better, but it's been popping. And it's just strained. And when your shoulders aren't in that great a shape, you know? You're like, why did I do that? I wasn't very smart. I'm not 16 anymore. I can't bounce back like that. Hi, Ivo. How are you? Christopher, your question will be read in the order that you placed your question. So if you need to be somewhere or you have trouble to wait for that, oh yeah, my heating pad babe is like my next it's like my third child. I keep it on all the time. Um, so your question will come, and it does take a while, but what will happen, and yours is like one, two, three from the end. So, hi, Saram. I will be reading it, but it will come later. I will get to you. Don't worry, like Ash said, and I'm sorry. Uh, Sharon, you're a former medical person. I love my medical people. Oh, Sarim, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm not taking any more questions. You know what, Ivo Fear? I just got the red light therapy for my two pressure ulcers that are down to the bone. They go straight to the bone. It's bad, you guys. I'm not been dealing with insurance trying to stop covering my wound back. That's where I've been. And just other, just insane stuff happening. But it'll work out. Did my reading and I saw that it's going to work out, so I just got to roll with it. To be honest, you want to study music therapy in the future? I think that's awesome. Oh, Saram donated. All right. I will add your question, but that's it. That's it all. That's it. Because we'll be here now. We have 12. And you all know that it takes me about 2.5 hours to do these questions. And that's just even when I'm like, shh, 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 you know. Yes, I definitely use CBD religiously. It is one of the few things that, along with my proper medical, well, that's still proper medical. It's one of the best medical means of dealing with it. And yeah, it helps tremendously. Thank you, Ash. CBD, I highly recommend, but make sure that you're getting from reputable places, not the gas station, you know? Really good stuff. Okay. Fiona, higher self. Let's I'm gonna look away from the chit chat and zone in on Fiona, the lovely Fiona. And thank you all for hanging out here with me today. I really appreciate it. And if you would be so kind, if you help my little channel, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Big kiss. Costochondritis and CBD is one of the things suggested. Ooh, you'll have to tell me more about what that is. Costochondritis. Interesting. Sounds like arthritis, something in that family. It's freaking painful, man. The older we get, I'm feeling all that stuff I did when I was young. Okay, so Fiona's higher self. Our higher selves are of light. So I like to picture your higher self, this beautiful light. So, Miss Fiona, higher self, howdy. What does Fiona need to know? What do you want to share with her? What does she need to maybe remember? And I ask my spiritual mentors and everyone's guides to help me to read accurately and clearly for you all. All right, let's see what we get. What's the message for Fiona? Ooh, I'm starting to get that warmth, that psychic warmth. I'm glad I got the skylight open. Interesting. Okay, you're getting the card of ego. All right. And it looks like it's almost like the Hall of Mirrors. It reminds me of when I went to Versailles, where they have that beautiful hall, and it's all gold and it's very similar to this with all these chandeliers. I wonder if that wasn't, I will have to look it up. This is a brand new deck to me. And then you get very interesting. Ooh, this one will be interesting. Star consciousness. Okay. I'm going to pull four cards because my nose. Because that usually gives me a good deal of info. Let me just see if I sip of coffee. Did I set my antihistamine down over here somewhere? Oh, all right, well, let's carry on. I'm all right. So we'll do the first two, number 28 and 17, ego and star consciousness. All right, here we go. Turned right to it. Okay, so it's called ejecting the ego. I don't know if y'all. All right. So it says we usually think of the ego as being full of yourself. But in this case, it's actually more of the opposite. It's being full of separation, the illusion of separation that we have here, that we don't feel that interconnectedness, once we come into these bodies. Oh, Fiona, I see it's inflammation of the chest walls. Oh, oh, you any kind of inflammation. Look, I had that in my bowel. Um, that's so painful. You have my complete empathy. And Fiona says, has autoimmune disease issues as well caused by inflammation. I have a ton of inflammation too. My heart with it, y'all. So, so ego is being full of separation. If we think about it, the ego is doing that. It's me, right? So the ego only serves the self, itself. That sounds familiar. Sounds like the people in government. That's the ego's modus operandi. It wants us to think that there isn't enough, that we're not enough. It wants us to think that it's us and them. It wants us to think it's us and them. It wants us to think it is absolutely a contest. Ego is anything within your consciousness that creates the illusion that you are separate from nature, others, the universe, energy, source, uh, God, whatever you want to call, your higher self. Um, there's this sense that and we're not separate. And that's so hard for us to kind of wrap our brains around because we've kind of been brainwashed here into thinking that this is it, and it's not. This is just something that we're doing to learn. Our spirits learn when we come here. So let's, what else? When your ego's trying to keep you isolated, it's separating you from not only your magic, all of your magic, but the magic of everything and everyone. So, yeah, you're holding yourself separate in that conscious mind. Okay. So you're going to start to have a dialogue with it. The ego is going to pop up like it always does, but we're going to manage it. You may even want to name it. This week, when it pops up, acknowledge it and then ask it to take a back seat. Ego, this week, please take a back seat. The soul can bring the ego back when it's needed. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. It's too nosy. Isn't that funny? Okay, well, that's good advice. But we'll know more when we get the other cards in with it to kind of mesh information. Now, so we're talking about the ego and the illusion of separation. And maybe that's what the hall is for, that we are not all together, but here's this, separate space, separate thinking. Uh, to me, it is definitely encouraging you to let go, focus more on connecting to the we are all one energy, that interconnectedness, and set the ego aside for a while. Maybe I kind of think maybe it's a message of you can do some TLC because this is something that again I got a lot and get a lot from my guides of we need to make sure during this time because they're trying to tire us out. You know, we need to make sure that we're stepping back and really giving ourselves some soul food, some spiritual uh, recuperation. Okay. And it says, so you're going to start to dialogue with your ego when it pops up and tries to, steal all the oxygen or make you feel fearful or like you're alone, you know, all that nonsense. The soul can bring the ego back when it's needed. Don't worry, it's not going anywhere. It's too nosy. And then we get star consciousness. This could be that of other people too, not just you. Other people's ego of like, you know, that's unpleasant. And that seems to be the name of the game right now, all over the world, except for some leadership here and there, is this sociopathic, grifting need for power. All right, let's get to this one. 17 is star consciousness, star people. The lightsaber is you. All right, so here we go back to star consciousness, Fiona, right? We've talked about the illusion of separation. We're made of star stuff. I was just watching something about this last night. Um, and we are. I believe that we're stardust, and the cats. Isn't it funny to think that cats are made out of stars and dogs? It tickles me. Anyway, we're made of star stuff. And we channel the light source and the life force. Very true. The Force, yes, like Star Wars. Here's where I tell you that Star Wars was heavily influenced by Akira Kurosawa's film The Hidden Fortress. The film is set in 16th century Japan when Buddhism and Shinto had become the primary spiritual practices. Reiki is a form of Japanese energy healing using the life force energy. I've got to remember that because I've been initiated. My mom's a Reiki master. So maybe I should Reiki my shoulder. Anyways, just talking out loud to the self. So here we go. Kami is the energetic force that inhabits everything. So Reiki is the form of energy healing using life force energy. I didn't know this thing. And Shinto, Kami, if I'm saying that correctly, I hope, is the energetic force that inhabits everything. That is the life force. And in Star Wars, Jedi work for the Force. The Force is likely rooted in the very real, edgy healing practices and natural traditions of Japan. I've always been intrigued by Japan. Always. Here's the thing about the Force or Source. We need to wield this power of light with with authenticity, respect, and honor, just like a Jedi. We're the vessels that carry the light of the soul. The lightsaber has always been us. We are the lightning rods made of magical star stuff. We can even make the same kinds of sounds as a lightsaber. Okay. We know Luke Skywalker and Mark Hamill, who's a wonderful human being, are always trying to do right by the Force. But what does your own life look like through the lens of a Jedi? How would employing your star consciousness, Fiona, your Jedi High Council, which is your higher self, that's so interesting. You're asking about the higher self, and here she comes. So it's, if you will, your high Jedi council, your higher intelligence, higher self, uh, impact your daily life. So how, again, would employing your higher self consciousness impact your daily life? They want you to, so they're asking you to set aside the everyday, mundane identity and to focus, spend some more time in connecting to your higher self. This is so crazy. Here you ask, this is what I love about the cards. They're telling us, meditate, Fiona. You need to align with this energy. You're right tracking, and the message is that they want you to connect more. And it's saying, let's see here. How does it feel to wield the force, to really focus on your that higher power that your higher self wields? So it's talking about learning how to connect. And it sounds so easy, but it can be easy and kind of hard because we have to keep putting aside the ego. The ego's always interrupting me for myself when I'm trying to meditate and things, you know? So the thing here is to focus on, I think, the life force energy and the healing. So maybe even, Fiona, even looking up Shinto, looking up some of those things with and Reiki as a refresher might be useful because I feel like you're being called to kind of set aside some time from the mundane world to connect to your higher self and take notes. You know, any impressions that you get because your higher self does want to connect with you. So that is so cool that it's saying right here, yes, your higher self wants to connect with you, and it's saying, remember these means of energy and maybe use them as a springboard. Yes, the ego does get in the way. Yes. And especially when like we're trying to connect to our higher self. It's a great interrupter. You know, it's like stop it. I'm trying to lift. Here we have magic. Almost looks like a big clock, but it's not. It's just kind of a, what do you call those things? Oh, there's a name for those. They're a decorative thing, but I can't think of it at the moment. Here we have magic. And your next card is imagination. So they're telling you to use your magic and your imagination as well to shut off the ego, because that really is a different energy than ego. Ego's concerned about today and blah, blah, blah. And your imagination and your magic side, your higher self, is timeless. And it's just saying, you just need to reconnect with me again and set the other, mundane part of yourself, consciousness in a chair, right here. So let's go with magic and imagination. This is a really cool deck. I'm impressed. All right, that's number 5. I might have to take off this sweatshirt, you guys. I'm getting that um, whew, uncomfortably warm. Magic, the old ways. Path of magic. Magic is the non-ordinary reality of energy. Well, it's all connecting because we're talking about they want you to focus on energy. Okay. It is interaction directly with the divine. It is the merging of worlds. Let me just grab that card back. Whatever. It is the merging of worlds. You are standing at the intersection of your energetic field, and you are the one directing the traffic, deciding what direction the energy is going to go and flow. Like the magician in the tarot, you're directing it, and you're directing that higher self energy to manifest in your daily life. These cards all connect beautifully. So you're definitely tracking. I'm really proud of you. Good on you. And it says, so you're standing at the intersection of your energetic field, and you're the one that's directing the traffic, deciding what direction the energy is going to flow and go. This is the practice of magic. It's intention, your intention of where it's going, what you want to manifest, which, your goal. And it starts always as the idea, in the non-physical world, and we're trying to bring it into reality. And in order to do that in our daily life, we have to set our ego aside. This is just crazy in the way that it makes sense. Okay, I love it. Um, so the ancient Egyptians, it's funny, somebody else was asking about Anubis. The ancient Egyptians didn't separate religion and magic. Life was built around the belief that written images and words, when combined with action and ritual, had the capacity to influence the world. And I think that that is very true. It's the more you do it, the more you see it. It's a matter of being consistent, you know? Always trying to find ways to manifest better. Me too. In fact, I just picked up a little booklet that was recommended. To tell you the truth, I don't know how great it is. I have yet to read it. Where is it? Ah, somebody suggested The Abundance Book. Maybe some of you know it. I don't know it yet, but I will read it and I will give you feedback. It's just a little book and it's by Hay House. So I'll be taking a look at that. All right, let's carry on. And this reading is not just for Fiona. When we come together like this, trust and believe it's for all of us. So pay attention if you can. Okay, so let's carry on. So these written images and words combined with action and ritual had the capacity to influence the world. The belief was that this was done through the divine creative force. Now, they had a different name, known as Heka, or magical power. And the practice of this magic is a collaboration with energy. We're really talking a lot about different energies here, with energy itself. So this week, try this simple practice, it says, and I'll be joining you. um, when you wake up, imagine you're sending a signal that you're getting your day started from your energy to source itself. This is a sign that you're in the world and that you're ready for messages from source. Boy, Fiona, they do want to talk to you. Notice what may pass through in a week. Notice what may pass through in the week you're practicing being a human antenna for energy. So you're supposed to become a human antenna for energy, Fiona. Let me just take off this sweatshirt. You know how this makes me crazy. I'll probably get cold right away then, too. Hold on a minute. Uh, hey, Sharon. I gotta take off my sweatshirt, you guys. I'll probably have to put it back on later. Oops. Ooh. Well, I made a mess of that. You'd think I didn't know how to take off my sweatshirt. Okay, let me just get this right. I can't stand leaving it all wadded up. Oopsie. All right. There we go. Much more comfortable. Oh, all righty. Now we have the card of imagination. So they are wanting you to make yourself an antenna to the energy. Funny you say that, Maya. Oh, hey, Kiki Law. Gracious greetings, my dear. Funny you say that, Maya. Apparently, I'm a generator. Apparently, girl. And they want you to connect. They want you to connect. My daughter used that book for healing diabetes at Fiona. I'll have to look and see what book that was. All right. So let me just see. Let's go to imagination, which is number 48. Creating reality. I cannot believe it. Each one of these cards just really link into the whole thing of manifesting. Okay, so let's go with this. When we start flexing our visualization and creative manifestation muscles, we can get our energy moving even more intentionally through these vessels of our body. And people may even start to notice This is because energy work improves our physiology since the human body functions better when in a state of connection. Well, I can tell you that's definitely true because, like, when I've been really sick and in the hospital, when I'm in there, I'm in total meditation mode. And I do believe that it does help. Anyway, let's carry on. So, where was I? Okay. Yeah, about the physiology may improve because we are in a state of connection. We raise our vibrations from the mundane. See, because we're all talking about switching from the ego, mundane energy to our higher self energy. We have to make the switch through meditation or quieting ourselves, a bath, that kind of thing. All these things are good tools to connect to our higher self. So when we lean into the creative element of this action and intention, we can manifest the things that can hardly be believed. When we try something we've never done, we tend to experience things we've never seen, or better yet, we get to go places we've never dreamed of. Clients often ask the same question as they start to come into their magic. How do I know I'm not making this all up? Right? I mean, I ask myself that too, constantly. And it's not a bad thing to do. Discernment's important. Oh, Fiona says she took a human design test and came out as a generator. My life's purpose or my is to help others energetically. Oh my God. Well, this is so your reading. Okay, I'll finish off for you here. Um, so you're meant to just get into it, meditate, connect, be the antenna. Set aside your daily self maybe for a little while every evening. And so you wonder how you're not making this all up. And I tell them the same thing that I'm going to tell you. This is true. I've said this before. We're not that smart and we're not that powerful. Sure, humans are creative and intelligent, but most of the real brilliance and magic I've seen in my practice takes two. It takes you and divinity. You have to connect to divinity. The whole magician stance of like the magician card, as above, so below. You have to direct the energy. Good, good afternoon here, Moon Gypsy Sharon. And so you have to, it takes you and the divine. As above, so below. What reality are you working to create? Okay. How can you make more room for source to collaborate with you? So they're saying you need like a more direct hookup that you are fully capable of doing so that you can harness this energy energetically to help people. And so they want you to do that. Pretty simple. I disabled my Facebook years ago, Amy. I have Twitter or X, I guess, and Instagram. All right. Well, Fiona, I hope that was helpful. Um, it's basically saying to set some time aside every day, especially during this time uh, of the time that we're living in, so that you can connect with your higher self. And there is something about you, I think it has to do with you receiving the energy that you need from source to then share with other people, to be the vessel, to the conduit. So that's the message is you're meant to do as you just said, be the generator and connect with higher self to garner that energy. I'll have to take that test. I'm so curious. It was, Maya. Resonated very much. I've been trying to meditate. Me too. Unfortunately, I've been pretty tired, so sometimes it's not the best, but I keep trying. And I get little bits here and there. Okay, next question. We have Lucy Claire. Miss Lucy. Okay, let's go to another deck. I'm going to set this one back in its box. I highly recommend this deck. I think this is a good one. It really makes you think. And again, that was What We've Forgotten Oracle deck. I wish I didn't have that stamp on there, but okay. Let's try the regular tarot. Let me get a sip of coffee. My shoulder starting to feel a little better. That's good. Mm. And let's see here. Okay. I think I am an empath, Maya. People tell me that I am a double Cancer. Oh, yes, you are. Very, very much. I've got the double. I will, Fiona. I have the double Pisces in my chart. And so I feel you. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it makes me really uh, swimming, you know? That's why I'm thankful for uh, I'm thankful for it, but I'm really also very much grateful for the Virgo because boy, I need a little earth in there, you know? Excuse me. Hold on. All right. So now let's look. Is Jack Smith currently working on exposing 45 and the others in his admin? Nicholas! You utilize Reiki and ancient Egyptian spiritualism through the Catholic Anglican Greek Orthodox template. I'm hoping such is still as powerful. I'm sure it is. Why not? Energy's energy, right? Fiona says, yeah, I'm a Cancer, Sun, and Moon, and Scorpio rising. Oh, honey, I drown sometimes, all in my own water. I hear you. Oh, my goodness, that's a lot of water, girl. But no wonder you're such a good conduit. Anyway, they're ready to start giving you downloads. That's what that is. All right, Miss Lucy Claire. So, Jack Smith currently working on exposing 45 and the others in his admin for oh, stealing the 2024 election, negating the Republican winners nationwide. Many thanks. Well, I just was watching something on Jessica Denson's channel, and there was a man there that was talking, and he was showing that there's information now in Pennsylvania's voting, and he was showing on a chart the differences, and you can see it. You can see it. You can see how it like all of a sudden you've got 98% people voting when normally only 70% people would be out voting. And it was a complete, clear, what would you call that? Aberration than what it should be. Okay. Ash says that he's a double Gemini in his chart, but you have Scorpio moon and Cancer placement too. So you are air and water. You're also very, very got a spiritual antenna there going. You bet, Nicholas. You can do that. You know, it's all spiritual energy. All right, so let's just take a look. So they've already found it. I think our question um, is anyone going to do anything about it? And that's what's driving all of us crazy. I just like, I don't have to tell you. I'm so freaking frustrated, and I know you guys are too. Mm. So let's just see. All right. Is Jack Smith currently working on exposing 45's steal of the 2024 election? Is he currently working on that? Having anything to do with it? Okay. So let me just say it a few more times because I kind of get into like a mantra. Is Jack Smith working on exposing, getting the evidence to expose Trump for the theft of the 2024 election? Jack Smith. Yes or no, spirit guides? Is Jack Smith working actively to expose Trump and criminal cohorts for the 2024 theft of the election? Jack. All right, let's see what we get, you guys. Yes, he always, Vixen, you're right. He always projects, he always tells on himself. Hi, Jojo. How are you, Jojo Tarot? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. So this means clarity. He's bringing, definitely working on bringing clarity, making sure that it's clear, truth. And it's also taking action. Ace of Swords. All right, let's see what it's paired with. Oh, this is the confusion. And this is the nonsense. You know how they tried to befuddle, play with it, confuse? That's what I feel like with Elon's look over here, look over there, you know, all of that. Yes, why can't wait till Jack bring all the real news out of on them clowns. Oh, I don't know how to read that either, Sharon. I'm still a novice in astrology. But I just bought a book about the different houses to read up on it. Hopefully I will get to it one day. All right. So here we have that loss. Okay. But there's still something behind. So everyone's still devastated by the loss, but there's something yet behind us that's still upright that maybe we still have in our corner that isn't completely lost. That's giving me a little twinge of hope. This has to play out. Look at the Ten of Swords. So there's going to be a release. This is a release, and there is a new day coming. Again, this is with, I think, Trump just, flattening our economy and all of that. And so it's these two cards together. And this is, what he's doing, wrecking the nation. We're in a position of feeling bad about the loss, but he's definitely working on clearing the confusion right there. Those first two cards, I think it must be really grinding Jack's gears. Now look at all the money with the Ten of Pentacles. Those are all the billionaires and the oligarchs and the fake ones too, like Elon, that get taxpayer money to live off of. It makes me so freaking mad. I just can't see straight. But look at this. There's an end. And it comes with the Ten of Pentacles. I think it's going to kick off an ending, a series of endings, and maybe for the very wealthy, for these people that have joined in this criminality like Elon. There will be an end. It's inevitable. When you get the death card, it's like this isn't a maybe. This is an end that there's nothing you can do about. It's coming. Just like we're enduring him wrecking our nation, and we always would get this card when I read on him. He's doing it to us, but eventually it's going to come back on him, is what I get. This is holding on. This is also greed, control, and we have the Ace of Wands and activity. I think this is possibly also Jack trying to bring, and others like him, trying to bring stability and control back from the crazies. This is trying to bring stability back in and to protect. I really get that vibe. Taking action. And it's the first beginning of a series of action because the aces are always the start and you can build on it if you so choose. And I definitely think he's going to build on it. He has two aces, the ace of swords. I hate how the big blurb here can kind of, and I think wrestling control back from him. Let's see what else we get. Working very hard with the, is it always the Eight of Pentacles over and over again. Typically, it's a task of, can be monotonous, but he is working. Yes. And we have the Empress. On a maybe there's going to be abundance here with what he is able to cobble together. And I think this is also our sign of women being very instrumental in bringing him down. We've always heard that. We're still getting it. And who are the bravest ones out there? Well, there's some men, not to paint them all with the same brush. We got White House. We got some cool dudes out there that are really trying for us. But we also have a lot more women like Miss Crockett, who I just adore. And because, you know, she doesn't mince words. And they can't handle her. She gets under their skin, and it's great. Even Rosie O'Donnell thinks it's suspicious that Trump won every single swing state. See, we all know. We all know that we who are older than even those of us who are just young at 21 have never seen, and thus us much older have never seen an election like this where you had this ridiculous number of winning the swing state by that high. It's a red flag, and it came back so fast. I've never ever in my entire life, as I've watched these things, and I know you must be the same, seen a result come in as quickly. It's very suspicious. And I know from my cards, he stole it. All right. So, yes, I get that he is, and I feel like there's women connected to it. There's also, I think, an abundance of information and the money, because you've got that Eight of Pentacles and the Empress, and he's being paid to do this by Elon. Oh, I can't stand him. Yes, fighting from your corner. Jack's going to fight eventually back again from his corner, and he's got the edge. And you got to believe in yourself that you can overcome the many challenges that they throw up in your face. But he's going to knock him down. He's got the energy then. Oh, look at that. With the Knight of Swords, the fastest card moving in the deck. When he goes, man, I have a feeling that when he goes to set out to take him on here with this card, it's kind of taking him on. He's going to be fierce. He's going to be like a bullet out of the chute. He's just going to move quickly. Trump has a house arrest ankle bracelet on. Does he? I hope it stays on. But it comes a point where a decision is going to have to be made. Okay. Come to a crossroads. I think it's where they're going to really they played nicey nice way too long. They should have slammed the piano shut on his fingers the minute he started. But yeah, so it's just when. It's a matter of making the choice of when to do it, when he's sure that he can, I think, take him to the cleaners, you know, and really have an impact. So I feel like he is waiting for the opportunity, gathering his ducks, so to speak, and collecting information. I see him still actively doing that, and he fully intends, let's take a look at that death card again, to bring him to an end and to bring this money grab to an end. It will come to an end. So that's good to know. Let's just pull a few more because I'm so curious. He wins the battle. And there's acknowledgement of that effort being successful. And he's coming forward with something here as the Knight of Cups. He's bringing an offer or more information. And it looks like it's going to affect people pretty much in the emotions as well, what he brings forward, probably the evidence. And this mofo wants a third term. I swear, I swear, if I could physically get up and go to half of these things, maybe I will. One in my area once I get well enough. The Knight of Pentacles, we're looking slowly over finances. This is more of the studious, careful energy, cautious energy of the Knight of Pentacles. It's going to start worry, causing, I think, Trump worry for the money that he's been involved in. So, and the people supporting him in all the little activities, all the criminality. There's a Queen of Pentacles and a King of Pentacles. All about the money. Having to walk away. I always get this card for him, and I've gotten it for Elon. So I don't know how it's going to happen, y'all, but I do get that Trump is going to try to hold on and fight from his corner, but he's going to have to give up at the end of the day and walk away. So let's just see what else. There is hope, y'all. We get the star. So let's hold on to that hope like nobody's business. There's going to be a new start. So we got the death card. And I've been getting that, since he tried to get back in office, that he's going to bring a lot of death, a lot of endings, and we rebuild. But that ending will include himself. And I'm getting a confirmation to me again of that and a new start for us. So I like this very much. And I do think that Jack, even though he might be not making a lot of noise, is definitely busy. All right. And yes, Nathan, Nicholas, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was a very interesting reading. Thank you, Miss Lucy Claire, for asking that. I really found that interesting. Okay, so this is the next one. This is going to be cool. I like this. Why am I thinking about Anubis right now, Vixen Doe? I have this happen to me a lot. And it's like you're like you can't not look it up, You're like all of a sudden I need to know everything about this. It's what we're supposed to learn. So you probably have a connection back to Egypt. Anubis, I've got him on my family altar over there. Where did he go? I can't see him. I don't have my glasses on though. Fascinating. Let's just see. Maybe I'll try a different deck though. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna try both. See how this goes with the standard tarot. And then I'm gonna use my synchronicity deck. By Kathy Nichols. And I lucked out, you guys. I got one of Trish James's latest. It's coming because I joined her members. It was a way that I could get a copy of that latest deck that she put out. And it wasn't very much money. So I thought, I'll use this anyway. So kind of surprised I didn't do it earlier. But anyway, I can't wait to use it to read for you guys. It'll be so cool. All right. Why is Vixen Doe thinking about Anubis? What is this prompting this thirst that you've given her, spirit, to learn about Anubis or to perhaps reconnect? Well, that's with the dead. So, do you have medium? Let me try that again. Do you have medium ship abilities, Vixen Doe? Let me see here. He's your favorite Egyptian entity. Mine too. No, Trump's health always looks bad. I'm not kidding. Whenever I throw cards on it, it's like when is he gonna finally? And that's horrible. I feel bad, but it's like, man, we can't have somebody this is just not okay. This dude's gotta go. Gotta go. And he will. Thank goodness those cards give us hope and show us like he's gonna go, you guys. I'm so grateful. Thank you guys. Let's all remember to say thank you to Spirit. Thank you. All right. That's very much important, just as much as asking the questions, is to remember to say thank you. All right. I just want to give him a good shuffle because we've read a lot. All right. Anubis, are you trying to contact her? Vixen, what is it? What's the lesson? What's the message? Let's see if I can suss it out with the tarot. Okay, well, we have this can be competition, this can be arguments, fights, chaos. Oh gosh, and the devil. So this is the corruption. This is about fighting corruption, fighting the devil, resisting the devil, giving the devil a good smack upside the head with a 2x4. So this is a way of, I think, fighting back against lower vibe, lower energy. And we have right now, I think the poor earth is just choking under this kind of oppressive energy of the various dictators, right? And it feels to me like it's asking you to kind of join the force, the light force, because to fight the devil, to fight this darkness, to be the light in the darkness. That's what I'm getting. Yes, this is, see, the light is going to come after the time of the darkness, the time of the light. We keep getting this, all right? And do you also notice? Take a look at the darkness of these cards, with the exception of the five. There's the orange background, but it's kind of like a Martian red, it's fighting, and how dark these cards are before the light. So we're still in that dark night of the soul. And I feel like Anubis is there to help you to combat, but also, Vixen, I think very much to be the conduit to hold the light. Each one of us it's very powerful if we can be points of, you know, vessels where we allow that light to come in and just be on the earth and have a place here, to combat. And the card that goes with that is the Queen of Swords. So to me, this is like getting clear, release of all this negativity. They're putting so much negativity out. Fear, 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 fear. I think she hears my daughter probably coming home. And we have the clarity of the Queen of Swords, who's saying, I think, enough with this. This time is over. It's time to end the darkness and bring in more light. And to me, this is like real clarity. I feel like this is meditation. This is like really getting into connecting to that higher energy. And all of us need to do it to our higher selves to vanquish this darkness and more consciously. And let me show you that again, so maybe you can see too. So here's the darkness beating us up all over the place with its oppression, taking away stuff. And here we are saying, well, that's enough of that. This is the line you do not cross anymore. Done. All right. We have the King of Pentacles here. I think that that might be Anubis. I don't know. Maybe not. But there is a choice. We're at a crossroads. We have this energy, this business energy. Maybe because I think it's a way to battle those in power, to take on this energy spiritually and battle it and just hold the light. Because I think this is saying something about a choice will be made with regard to people like Elon and all the people throwing money at this, wanting to get wealthy, the GOP, all those capitulators. And here we are just waiting for that new morning, that new sun to rise, and the ships to come in, where we can further extend our energy, expansion. I think this is what actually maybe, looking at this, Trump and Elon, because they're money obsessed, there is something with them that's going to come. I'm telling you, it's coming. And once again, look, we're getting the you got to walk away card. You've done too much damage. People are just waiting for the right moment, it looks like, so that they can act with more assurance of their being like a solid power. Hi, Aiden. Hi, I miss you too. I was just thinking about you the other day. Have to have you on again. All right. Now, well, I'll check in with you. I know you're busy. And half the time I'm so tired. But look at this. There's stuff that we have not. There's secrets here, things that have not revealed themselves yet. All right. And this is behind the veil. There is something that you're doing that I think spiritually would be very helpful to combat this energy, believe it or don't. And look at that. With the Ace of Cups, there's an opening up of hearts. Again, I feel like this is almost like people who have been really hard in the heart, having their hearts opened, softened, especially when it's be able to flow like this. But there is something coming that is going to open up, I think, the consciousness of people. And I do feel like once that switch is flipped on, I think the days of Trump saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that are going to be over. And he's going to have to look at walking away, maybe going someplace further out. Maybe he'll be looking to Putin overseas to, maybe he can go stay in Moscow and freeze his tiny mushroom off. We have the Queen of Wands. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but I really do believe you're meant to harness this energy and being watchful. This is incoming news, energy, and downloads of information and taking action. I feel like this would be more you. So it's what you're doing with your energy. Anubis is looking at harnessing you. Are you sure you're not a generator too? To fight back against this dark energy. Bring the light. I think Anubis is saying, we need to arm you with some light. You're a warrior. You kick ass. Okay? And I think you could make a big difference. I think all of us could if we focus on holding the light here, every night, just being like a light bulb for the divine light. And he's going to have to go. And again, we get women's energy. So I feel like Anubis is talking about getting you in position to add your uh, ability and abilities in to resist this greater energy. It matters. It really does. Look, again, you're helping. You're helping the least. Nicholas, the orange dummy will go to Saudi Arabia, probably. He doesn't like it where it's cold. And we have like groups of people working together. This can be spirit as well. Us with spirit, us with the divine. Yes, I would think, I really do believe, Vixen, that getting an oracle deck, and let me know if you do, because I wouldn't mind maybe picking one up myself if you find a good one. Um, he's wanting you to bring energy in that resists this darkness and helps to bring the new day. So a lot, a lot is going on. That's probably part of the reason we are so tired. Sorry, no, your reading isn't done, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I took you on as uh you're one of the last. So if you can't stay, just be patient. Or if you can't stay, just know I'm sorry, it will be recorded and you can look back at it later. That's one thing you need to get used to with here. I have a lot of people that come in at 3 and they get their stuff down. And if you want, you know, your reading done sooner, you have to get here earlier. But you're coming up, sweetheart, so you're not far from it. All right. So let's see. Now we are at Ash. So, what will come of my friend inviting me to see Lady Gaga with her in September this year? That sounds like a good time. Lucky you. I saw her years ago with my oldest, and she's fabulous. She's really got the chops. Dance and sing, and I don't know how she does it all. Okay, so let's take a look and see what that looks like. You know what? I'm going to use the synchronicity. Let's just see what we get. Okay, so what will come of Ash seeing Lady Gaga with his friend in September? What's that night going to be like? Is that going to be a really fun time? Um, does that evening look super positive? What have we got going on? Let me give these a good shuffle. I'm going to split the deck. All right. Okay. So just be patient, folks. I can only go as fast as I can, and I want to make sure that I don't just give one person a good reading, but I give everyone as good a reading as I possibly can. Well, keeping the movement going here. Okay, so let's see. What will come of Ash and his friend going to see Lady Gaga in September? How does that look? I bet you're excited. Let me get all the way back here. Trump just posted he will bomb Iran if they don't agree to nuclear terms. He's such an a-hole. Okay. September and Lady Gaga with Ash and friend. How will that go? You get planting seeds. So this is you preparing. Okay. And you get bravery. So it might be having you get outside your comfort zone a little bit. And you get the artist. So I think inspiration. There you are, being the artiste. And she's the artiste and leader. Oh, she's going to be inspiring. Um, so let me just give this to you very quickly, Ash. It looks great. And it looks like something Okay, there's a flash I just got. The planting seeds, I feel like there's inspiration that you're going to come away with after the show, which doesn't surprise me for music, little bits, little ideas. And I feel like you're going to develop that. There might be some time when you're sitting there, when you're listening to things and thinking, oh, hey, I could, you know, use that timing signature or whatever. There's something that I feel like uh, helps you inspiration wise, and maybe to try something you wouldn't normally try with the bravery. It's like, I want to do that, but I don't know if I'd be any good or whatever. It's like, just do it. It's like you're planning this. This is going to also come out, I think, creatively uh, as time goes on in little different ways with the music that you're making. And here we have the artist and the leader. Okay, so I wanted to read you those two cards really very quickly because it looks really, really inspiring. The artist, abundant creativity with sparks of color that fly from your fingertips. Maker of beautiful things and designs. All right. And leader, again, I think it's just going to bump up your creativity, inspire it. So let's see, leader Hosen. Ha ha ha. I don't know what's wrong with her. I've been in the house too long. He sees with his heart, shines like a star, and lifts others towards the sky. He has strength and wisdom. So I think this is going to give you some great ideas creatively to move forward with. And I think these things will manifest as you work on them, like you would a seed, like you would in growing a plant. Oops, where are we all the way down here? The lady on the pink card kind of looks like Gaga. She did, didn't she? And she is very brave. I really appreciate her. And so it looks so positive. You're going to have a good time. There's a ton of creative sparks, energy. I think you're going to feel it. I think you're going to feel it. Yeah, mother. she's she's mother, and you're her little monsters. So, and look, also creativity, giving birth to new creation. Oh, Nicholas, you're too sweet. Are Putin's dark magic practitioners still a threat? Yes. Yes, they are. I know he has them. They are, he's gonna, until he can't speak, he's gonna have them doing stuff. And we have soulmate. So there's a kindred spirit. And I think it could be also you and your friend, but also I think you and Gaga just have this kindred creative uh, energy. I think her energy ignites yours. And that's really neat. And then there is reflection, kind of digesting all the energy, the inspiration that you picked up and thinking about it, and then ready, like you're ready to create. So that is wonderful. I love this. Even listening to Gaga's new album has helped inspire my songwriting a bit. I think you're going to get a big boost when you go in September by this. I really, really do. Um, teacher. Mm-hmm. She's teaching you, and you're observing. Mm-hmm. And you have incantation, which is songs. This is writing lyrics. And this says, the story the parrot told. And, this is writing. So, teacher, writing, I just see it just is gonna light you up like a 4th of July with creative inspiration. That's wonderful. So, I hope you have a good time. A really good time. All right. Let's see. Okay, Ash. Okay, Amy, then Sharon, then Vicky, then Christopher, Ellen R. Um, and then Sarim and Nicholas. Okay. Nicholas is Mr. Patient, so I know that he'll hang around for when I can get to his great questions, which are political and interesting, and the element of magic's always fascinating to me. All right, Miss Amy. That was my grandmother's name. All right, Miss Amy. Will you receive any inheritance money soon? I sure hope so, darling. Let's take a look for you. Give me a moment. Let me get a little sip of coffee. Kind of. And so, Nicholas, if you stick around at the end, I will be more than happy to ask your questions about the black magic that Putin uses from Siberian shaman or shaman, some people say. We'll look into that. So, all you folks, be patient. I will get to your reading and I'll try to do the best I can for you, okay? Just be patient, loves. I won't forget you. Not on purpose, because I'm not like that. Okay. Will Miss Amy receive any inheritance money soon? Will Miss Amy receive any inheritance money soon? Does Miss Amy have some inheritance money coming her way on the horizon? What do we need to know, guys? What does she need to know, rather? Miss Amy, inheritance money. Is it on its way? Night vision. This is dreams, intuition, and trusting that. Okay, it's your psychic sense, basically, in a nutshell. And we get summer. Well, we're approaching summer, maybe this summer. And it might be this summer that you kind of get a a sense from your psychic senses, like your spidey senses might start tingling where that's concerned. Let's just take a look at night vision really quickly, and I'll look at summer as well. Summer is the apex of a cycle fullness. That kind of makes me think so. Just in that card, the description, the fullness, completion. But let's just see. So then we have, I'll pull a few more cards for you. Oh, I hate that when I get something on there. All right. So let's go. Night vision. The Queen of Night receives messages from dreams and meditation. Um, she is highly intuitive and empathetic. Close your eyes to see. So it's saying, trust your intuition where this is concerned. And we got summer, there's some completion or an apex, the height of a cycle, and there's completion. So let's just see what else we get. We get incantation, something maybe in writing. Well, like will, official paperwork, perhaps. And in tune. I think somebody wanted you to have something here. Um, and it might have been written in with incantation. I'll look up incantation again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Words evoke worlds. Use your words carefully, Amy. Success in writing and public speaking. Well, if you need to make a request, choose your words carefully because I think there's something about like being on the same page. I feel like something will come through in fullness, maybe in summertime coming. There's communication again. So there's going to be some kind of communication coming to you and a focus on communication about this. And we get love. I think so. I think someone's going to make sure, somebody that might be even on the other side, and I feel like that with the stars as well here. Somebody that loves you. I don't know who this was for, but I feel it means beloved. Oh, well, it looks good here. There's love next to communication and next to shooting stars. That's what it says on the love card. So I think it's coming. And I really, again, I'm going to go. Patience is a keyword. I know. Patience. It's always patience, isn't it? Change is coming. That's good. Look, I like the transformation with the butterflies. And bloom. I like that a lot. Now we're cooking with gas. Now things are really unfolding. So I think yes. I think keep on the horn, keep uh, taking the pulse, so to speak, on where that is, where they're at with it. Let them know. Um, and use the sweetness of your words to, you know, encourage things to come a little more quickly. Maybe you can say, "Hey, I really need that because da 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 da." I respect Lady Gaga, says Nicholas, because she likes heavy metal. I love all kinds of music. I love heavy metal. I like punk. And that's why I love Lady Gaga, because she's a true artist. I know some people think they look at her and they think, she's just weird. No, no, no. Don't don't be fooled. She's very good person. Anytime I've read cards on her energy, it's really nice. I mean, like, she's a good person. Ha, Fiona says. I just read on X that a special effects artist said Trump's assassination attempt was fake. I believe it. They said the wound looked too clean. It looked like a blood capsule was utilized. Yeah, I mean, like if he had really gotten nicked on the ear, that he would have had blood coming down his shoulder. We know that. You ever had a head wound? You know, we know that it bleeds like a mofo. Something not right. I wonder who put that kid up to that. I just don't feel good about it. And I do think we'll find these things out. Yeah, Moon Gypsy is saying she thinks it was fake too. I do too. So, Amy, I get a big yes that you will get that money. Look at summertime, be the squeaky wheel. All right? Okay. Sharon, yours is next, then Miss Vicky Green, and then Mr. Christopher, and then we have Miss Ellen and and then I'll read Sharon's dream out loud, and Serene and Nicholas. Okay. You guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out with me. And if you haven't already, please do give me a thumbs up and think about if you know of anybody that finds this kind of these kinds of readings interesting, maybe point them my way. I could use it. And I hope you guys got to see me and my friend Deanne read. We had some really interesting, oh, sorry, hiatal hernia. We had some really interesting cards on Trump and Elon. And if you're curious where the link for that is, it's in my see it popped. I don't know if you guys heard that. It was a little pop though. It's in my community tab, and there will be a big thumbnail of me and Deanne on there. Deanne Shield Maiden Tarot. Great reader, great friend. All right, Miss Sharon. When will Putin be found kaput? When will Putin be found fully cooked? Let's see. You know what? This does have, um, although I could use the tarot cards too. Maybe I'll use a little bit of both and see if I can get a confirmation. All right, I'm going to use both of these. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe, do you think I should try the investigative deck, you guys? Um, Let's see about it. Also, who takes a photo op after that? Him, because he's such a liar, he's trying to control the narration. I love butterflies too. You guys know I've got my big butterfly fire opal necklace on. It's my thing. Yes, Linda G. Psychic Comanche. Very good. This is now this one. I got mine before Linda. What's the matter? I'm glad she found it though. Um, this is the investigation deck. Then there's the predictions deck, world predictions deck, and the one that I just got, which is already sold out, which is the personal for people like predictions, not just world, but like personal. Her decks are great. I gotta say, I love them all. I've gotten some amazing readings with them. So, like I said, I didn't mind joining her inexpensive membership. You get a little bit of money off on the decks, on her decks. So let's just take a look and see if we can. Let's just see if this deck will work on this topic. Sometimes they don't. Oh, heavy rain here in the San Francisco Bay Area tomorrow. No wonder I'm hurting. It's that barometric pressure crap. That makes sense. But I don't mind. I would rather us have the water than go into a drought. Oof. Especially with all the funny business Trump is doing with water and I'd like to send him on a to the sun. Maybe he and Elon could take a SpaceX mission to the sun. All right. Let's see. When is Putin's time over? When does the window close? When is that? Maybe give us some guideposts through the cards to know if we see this going on, then we know that his ending is coming. Maybe something like that, guides. Okay. And they shuffle really nicely. Sorry, proper, proper English. Okay. Let me focus in on that jerk. Another one of my least favorite people. And I'm really a nice person. I don't like being like this. It's so negative. But I've just, ugh, I know you haven't either. These people are just unbelievable. Okay. So Putin, when is his ending coming? And we do mean like checking out of his body. The Simpsons say 2025. Eh? Could be right. All right. See if we can get through this. Try and get through the. I always feel when I go to read on him that he tries to put up a barrier, but because he's a fraidy cat. He really is. He is such a fearful person. That's why he's doing all these bad things. Putin's end of days. When? Can we know when? Roughly use these cards. All right. Crime of passion or desire. Well, that doesn't make me feel like it's going to be a natural passing. It will be a criminal act. Criminal act for a criminal. The fool, risk taking. Someone has to see that the way is clear for them to take this risk. Now, recently we know his limo blew his some of his limos blew, right? So they're trying, they're warning him. We're coming closer. And then he was having his military patted down to make sure that they weren't part of it. Empress, mother figure, empathy. To me, this is the mothers that have been upset with their sons because I've always picked that up. They're the only ones brave enough to stand up to him. Drain or waterway? Drain or waterway? Drain or waterway? Drain. Is it going to be on water or around water? A drain. And a drain of abundance, the mother figure, empathy, a drain of empathy. Okay, the mother figures have a drain of empathy. They lose their empathy for him, and this is a crime. And someone's willing to take a risk, a big, big risk. This is getting interesting. Strength, confrontation. It's coming. So this will be something where he's sorry about the light reflecting on there. There is going to be a confrontation where his power is confronted directly. All right, let's see, get another card that pairs with that. Put in a room or place. This makes me think he would be taken quite possibly to a room or separated from anyone that could help him and put in a room where he could be gotten to, if you will. And there's a confrontation. So the room, being put in a room, if you will, and or a special place, which kind of looks like a dungeon. Let's face it, this looks like someplace you wouldn't want to go, like prison or a holding cell, a holding place of some kind. And he's going to be confronted. There is a connection, okay, and that is paired with tied or restrained. I wonder if that means they're going to bind him, like, you know, or it could just be in the simple fact of he's not being allowed to leave a certain room or place um, that they're wanting to, I feel like, keep him in that area because he's vulnerable. Yeah, isolation gel. I just got it. Mm-hmm. Look at this ringmaster organized. Somebody, and I've always gotten this for him. There are people that are trying to put this together. And sun, yes. Let's see, do we get a time though? I'm not getting a timing. Correct path. So there's going to be clarity, I think, later about how they put this together. I think he could be taken hostage or The Hague. That could be it, certainly. But I feel like there's a connection, especially where the empathy for him is gone, primarily with the women and the motherhood, the women, their sons that he's just put through a meat grinder. World, end of situation or buried. These cards don't make me feel like it's really far off. It's kind of like we're leading into it from these cards. Um, hostage or trade. I think he'll be taken as like held as a criminal with this. And it could be The Hague. It should be, crimes against humanity all over the frickin' world. Mm. Deal, organized. This is something that people are working on together to achieve. I believe it. Family connection. Maybe the people that are doing this, maybe he did something to a member of their family. Um, he's how many people has he been responsible for their loss of life? Exposed secrets. Ooh, I like that. I like that for him. And maybe also within regard to his family. Do you like this deck, Sharon? It is a bit costly, but save up if you like it. You do have to pay for the overseas because it's from England, but it's worth it. Distraction, not as it seems. And this is to me when after we get exposed secrets, we're going to start to see, I think, the things that he said, this is what was happening, and that was what we're going to see that that's a lot of what we thought nonsense. And I think that, the sleight of hand, the things that we didn't know about are going to be exposed. Hangman, delays or sacrifice. He's going to be getting what he deserves, one way or another, whether he's locked up in a place or he is the sacrificial thing that has, for all the crap he's done. Yes, it's the investigative deck by Trish James. Wheel of Fortune, payback. It's revenge. This is singing. Dark web or recorded. I think they will record it. Because what would be better to humiliate him with? Show him being humiliated. Someone will get paid for his arrest and yes, they're already in cahoots. It shows that these people are working on just waiting for that right moment for things to align. Ransom or note left? Nobody's going to want him. Digital footprint. I'm sure all these things will factor in. Jealousy or cheating. Well, there's no one more jealous or a bigger cheater than him and Trump because they can't do anything constructive. They can only destroy. Drugs, alcohol, or blood. I'm voting on blood. Web of lies. Ooh, his little world comes tumbling down. And then we have not involved, unaware, and that's paired with accident. Is that like when you fall out of a window when you're carrying a bathtub up the stairs? Or when, those open windows, falling out of them. Um, there could be somebody that's not involved in it or unaware that could get caught up in some kind of accident. They're having accidents all the time over there because nothing's properly maintained. Oh, you live in Bakersfield. Hello, Bakersfield. And I live in Bakersfield and they lived in San Jose. I had no car to get there at all. Oh, I'm so sorry, sweetie. Mm. Accomplice or had help. So, see, we're already still getting that group. It feels very much like there's a group that's out to do it. Person of interest, more than one involved. Look at that. They're like ninjas. It looks like the Grim Reaper. Dark intention or motive. Yeah, so that's coming. And it's coming pretty soon. I feel I can't give an exact time, but I think we're moving toward it this year. And if he makes it through this year, possibly next, but it's coming. I can't see him with those cards making it beyond a year or two. I really don't. It could be sooner. That's just a feeling. Let's see with the other deck if we can get a timing, like a season or something. We'll take a look. Thing is also something to know about. These cards don't come with a booklet. They are just what's on the card. Okay. So now we're going to go back and we're going to see if we can get a sense of timing, a season, something. Now, when I've read on the past on this, I've gotten that within 2 years. I think he will definitely be on his way out, if not, you know, in the morgue, because somebody's got it out for him. That reading was tight. And I always get that, like they're planning, they're just waiting. And we just saw the limos get all blown to smithereens, so one of these times we might get lucky. Make sure I've got the deck the right way. All right. Can we get a season for when we could expect this to occur? This year? If it's this year, can we get a seasonal card that might let us know? I'm getting the psychic warmth. And thank you all for hanging out with me this Sunday. It's really nice to hang out with you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see what we get. When will he be found? Summer. I pulled summer straight off the bat. Could it be this summer? Maybe we'll have to watch and find out. If not, maybe next. Summer. And I shuffled the bejesus out of these cards. All right, I'm going to pull another one just to be. And sister. Well, this means someone that's got your back. But I think it's like someone that's got the rest of our backs doing this in summer. Maybe I also get that there could be a female card. I mean, a female connection to this. Raven. This is quiet. This is Black Hawk. This is where you move between worlds in a secretive manner, between the world of dark and light, between the world of secrets and truths. So I'm this is on the quiet, and then I get fall. Summer and fall. What are the chances, guys? I mean, that we need to look at summer and fall. How many of us, yes, he is ill. How many of us have been getting spring, summer, fall this year as important? I continue to. Yes, I think you're right, Pippi. I think maybe at the end of summer this year, or maybe next. That's right. They have to be very, very thorough, Moon Gypsy Sharon. That's very interesting. And then we get storyteller. This makes me feel like this is news or information, people giving us the lowdown, and gentleness. Maybe that's because they want to get someone in. I get soulmate and wildness. This is someone going, I think, someone that's prepared to do that. Let's just put it that way. To act more like a predator upon him. Just see here with wildness. I just want to double check in case there's a little bit. So we're looking at, I would say, I think we should look at this year and next year, particularly summer and fall. Okay. Wildness, the wolf, reminds us to honor the wildness of our being. Take chances. And what did we get earlier? We got the card of the fool, of taking the big risk. So this person, whoever or these people rather, I get that it's more than one person, have to see that it's the best time to do this and to strike out and create this unknown path of what could happen with it. But yes, I am very pleased that we got a time window on that of summer and fall. Okay. Yes, and he is ill, but I think he's not going to die of natural causes. All right. Vicky Green, and then Christopher, Ellen R., Sarium, and Nicholas. We're getting there. We're getting there. Hang on, folks. Okay. Will we still be able to get our meds with these tariffs? All right, let's take a look about pharmacies, pharmaceuticals, And I haven't looked into that, whether or not the tariffs would affect that, but I do know that most of our medicine comes from China. Doesn't make me feel fast. Like, why can't America go back to making some things, damn it? It's just embarrassing. I'm so fed up with our government. All right, I'm going to use yes, no with the regular tarot. Okay, Miss Vicky wants to know, will these tariffs affect our ability to obtain our medications? I'm asking my spiritual mentors to help me read accurately and clearly. Yes or no? Will these tariffs affect our ability to afford to get our medicines? Will there be any issues? God, I hope not. He really is deaf. Trump is decomp. Probably smells like it too. Word on the street is he smells like butt. Okay. And I'm not just being cute. There was a former Republican senator that said that about him. He goes, oh, he smells like butt and BO because he's got that adult diaper on. And those things, if you've ever had to wear one in the hospital after you've had children and whatnot, they make you sweat. I'm not. I am recalling my imagination. Okay, sorry. So, will we be able to get our meds with these tariffs? Is there going to be any kind of problem? What do we need to know? These tariffs, are they going to cause an issue with medications? Please help me to read accurately and clearly on this. Well, it looks like there could be some kind of an initial hold, and then I feel like this is anger. Let's just see if that stuff, if there's any kind of delay, or if he's having to make a decision and putting it off, he's going to be pressured to make it more quickly. And people are going to be angry. I feel like that energy is just like, here, there is counsel. Okay, this is an authoritative counsel. I can't with this card every single time. And that's with the death card. I think there are people that this could unfortunately affect. And I feel like people will be upset. There could be some delay or something that he's doing that he's not made up his mind yet with these tariffs. And maybe it's just his games that he's playing with this. And I just feel like this is anger. People just getting angry. There's an anger building, a rage. And this almost makes me feel like there may be religious that uh, point out the cruelty in this, that are talking about their. It feels like this could be, church community as well, and people within that religious community pointing out what a evil thing this is, that there are people dying with these changes, literally. Some kind of an end. And maybe this is counsel to end him. We get a Queen of Wands. This makes me feel like it's an advocate, like she could be an advocate. Yeah, look at that. The Magician, someone that is trying to manifest, take action connected to her. Now, this could be Miss Jasmine or someone like her. Manifestation, trying to get things for her, you know, people. Another, women again, Queen of Cups, empathy, compassion. And this is showing that there is some kind of limitation or there is some kind of constraint. Well, he definitely lacks the compassion. I think this could be trouble for people getting the medication as well. It could be that it's a more of a hassle. And unless you have someone that can help you, like let's say maybe you have to go to a certain place or whatever, it just makes me feel like it's a hassle. And there's a lack of empathy of what that means. Because, he gets his drugs from his drug dealer, Elon, allegedly. Entertainment purposes only. Who's his Dr. Feelgood now that the other guy's gone? There's going to be some instability with this, and it's going to be a real pain in the butt. We have a burden here, and it's trying to get this to work out, these tariffs, and he keeps bouncing back and forth. And I just feel like he needs to make a choice, you know, and stop going back and forth, because it's like it's holding up something here, maybe where the flow of things is concerned with the medicine. I don't know. Yeah, yeah, it will be popcorn worthy. So, people looking into things, I feel like there's letters being written. I just do. And look, being held to account and people starting to realize the greater picture, more people waking up, more people waking up, maybe more of his dumbass voters. We have the Empress and the Moon. So this is the dark deals to me. These are the lies, the deception connected to abundance of money. It's all about money with him. Just greed. I cannot get over it. And especially for women. Like in Georgia, they've already arrested again a woman for having a miscarriage. The Hermit, looking into things, also elderly people having hope. I think somebody's going to have to go to bat for the people. I think we get the women, the female cards of compassion and action. I don't get a lot of men doing things, though, with regard to this. But I feel like women are going to stand up for this. And it does look like there's some bouncing around with these tariffs that create a problem. And it continues to be a bit of a problem because he just keeps chopping and changing, it looks like. It's sickening. It really is. It just annoys the crap out of me. So, yeah, I think we'll still be able to get him, but I think that there could be problems for some people. It could, in some cases, become more difficult for certain medications, maybe. There could be a holdup uh, until he makes a definite decision about with these tariffs. It looks like it's really upheaval. So we need to watch for that. And we do have to fight for our rights. We have to fight from our little corner and not capitulate and be all scaredy. Oh, he's going to find out who I am, um, and come and hunt me down. So what if he does? I mean, no, I don't want that to happen to anybody, but there comes a point where you gotta, you know, stand up for something. You can't live on your knees unless you're a Republican grinder, secret person. All right, Christopher, your question. Ellen R. and Saram and Nicholas. Okay. Do I belong to Kaja Malik? Kajal Malik 389. Do you? Okay. Well, we'll see if you have any kind of connection. Let's see what the cards want to say. All right, so Christopher, I'm just going to try and dial into you, so to speak. Ask your guides to help me to read accurately and clearly on your question about belonging or being connected to Kajal Malik. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Let me give this deck a really good shuffle for you. So does Christopher have a link? Is there like a kindred spirit with Kajal? That's what I'm going to call them because I don't know who they are. But maybe I'll look them up after this if they're a singer. I might like the music, huh? All right. Christopher and Kajal. Is there a link? Because I mean, we are all connected. I get, well, this to me could be a yes. There's a gentleness, and there's patience, there's fortitude here, strength, like inner strength, gentle strength. Okay, let's see what else we get with that. I do get that there's something that has been, this is often a card of theft or something being taken away and having to be strong. Maybe this singer's music has helped you through difficult times, for sure, here to cope with someone maybe cheating or, you know, being less than honest. I get healing for you, that they bring you healing. And this is recuperation and getting your thoughts in order and pulling back and kind of recuperating, healing for you. And there she is, I suppose, or whoever they are. I've got the Empress again. Somebody that's, I feel like a woman that's very talented. And there's a lot of healing with this feminine energy. I think her music, would that make sense? Because I don't know who this person is. I get the sun, so that's a positive. There's clarity coming, and there's inspiration. I feel like this singer's music, in a sense, yes, you do belong, because I think the music and their art is very healing for you. And there's going to be clarity coming with, I think, a new inspiration. I don't know, did they put out a new batch of work or something? All I can say is I'm feeling the inspiration. There's warmth, there's joy, there's clarity. It's like this is a very positive effect in your life. This connection, there is a connection. Um, the Page of Cups, it brings a lighter heart. Maybe even humor helps to lighten things up. And there's a spiritual kind of like ethics or just guidance here. There's something about this artist's work that for you is very spiritually healing. It's good for you. Um, and there's, I can't help but feel like there's something that you're learning from it. And only you will know that, Christopher. This is the work that they do and a completion card. You know, I feel like their work is you connect to it and you connect to them and that energy. And it's just, I feel like I'm seeing the infinity symbol here. I know I'm not. It's just the world, but it's a completion. And I just feel like this is successful. This rounds you out and helps you with creating and working. I don't know if you do creative work or if it just the inspiration helps you when you go to work to whatever you do, Christopher. But I'd say yes, you in a sense do. This artist is a very, like I said, healing. Huh. Is that interesting to you? Because it just shows healing and it shows that there's like inspiration, there's learning things. It kind of helps you to grow as a person, or I should say, they help you to grow as a person from what I'm seeing. So I would say yes, in a sense that you do. Um, I think Spirit says that this is a very positive outlet of their music, has a very positive effect on you. Um, and maybe for life, with that world card. Um, it's a very positive thing and it's a very healing connection. So it's good. And I would say yes, in a way that you do. I mean, through this actually very powerful energy of art and healing. So I hope that that's helpful because your energy is very much benefiting from exposure to this music, listening to it. And certain artists will do that for us, whether they are a painter, a poet, a writer. I've had it happen. So I think that's what's happening here for you. I think they are a significant person to your growth. So in a way, yes, even though you're not with them every day or whatever. But spiritually, there's a connection. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. Okay, Ellen R. Message from Spirit. Message from Spirit. You know what? Maybe I'll go back to the What We've Forgotten deck. Or actually, I also got this one. Maybe just take a look at this one, see if this would be good for this reading. Oh, yes, I think this will work. Now, I can't remember the name of this deck. Oh, I think it's MAHRUKHX. I don't know how you say that. All right, I got it off Etsy, but it just looked like it would be a good clarifier. So let's just see what we get. Okay, Ellen. And then Sarah, Serene, Nicholas. And I'm just going to read out loud Sharon's comment about a dream that she had. And please do, if you have dreams that are interesting, please share them with us here. This is a great place to do that, even if you don't have a channel. So we just have a few more people and then our live will be concluded. Just maybe 2 or 3 more. All right. Ellen R. Message from Spirit. What does Ellen need to be aware of? Spirit, what do you want to bring to her attention or confirm? Whatever the case may be. What does she need to know? Let me just give these a good, I'm going to cut them and shuffle them because I've never used this deck before. Okay. Spiritual guidance. Please, por favor. For Ellen R. Okay. Let's see if we're tracking. Okay, we get the word safe, and we're being shown a safe, and it says secrets locked. Guard. Guard what is valuable to you, and don't give away your secrets. Okay, pretty self-explanatory. Next card, front door. Pretty cards, I like the colors. New phase, new opportunity. A new door is opening up. Embrace this new exciting chapter. So don't give away your secrets. Guard, be on guard. Guard what is valuable to you. There's a new phase coming in. New doors are going to open, and there's an exciting new chapter, it says, Ellen. So that looks good. We get greenhouse. Look how pretty that is. I love greenhouses. It says growth, success, and maturity. Expect positive outcomes from your good deeds and past efforts. So a little positive karma coming back to you. And there's a new phase where things open up. But like until you're at that point, just be very, I think, guarded. Guarded of your secrets. Don't share things with people that may not keep your confidence or use it for their advantage. This is interesting. Now I'm getting the bedroom. Okay. And it says intimacy, desire, seduction. Reconnect with your deepest desires and set your soul on fire. Well, that would be an exciting new chapter. So there could be intimacy, a new period of intimacy in your life or appreciation of one's desires and sexiness. And it's reconnecting, okay, at the very least, with your deepest desires, things that excite you, that set your soul on fire, even creative work. Um, there's something definitely good on your horizon, a new phase opening up. Guard yourself, don't give it away. You get the broom, clean up, clearing, fixing. You're clearing away obstacles. The path ahead is now clear. So that's interesting. I feel like, there is maybe changing things in your life, throwing out what doesn't work anymore, new cycle coming in. There's a change. And it's for the positive, and it looks like you have got some karmic good stuff coming your way to where doors are going to open up for some good opportunities, some positive things, possibly even, uh, with intimacy or at least something that excites you in a creative way, energetically. And there's clearing out what doesn't belong to you, I feel like, as well, making it clear, shoring up uh, your uh, needs, your care, and clearing and getting rid of stuff. So there's like a purge a little bit here. You can get toaster, pop up, sudden emerging. See, keep getting new stuff coming up. Get ready for a delightful surprise that will bring you much joy. Yeah, I hope you like toast. Just kidding. And there's something coming. We get house. So security, stability, shelter, focus on nurturing stability, and change whatever does not. And that's kind of been the thing here. Whatever is no longer serving a purpose, it needs to go. You're making some new changes in your life. You're clearing away what doesn't need to be there anymore and reconnecting with what brings you energy, what energizes you. So there's something new coming. It looks really good. All right. The greenhouse is meaningful to you. Yes, and I'd possibly meet, I hope. I mean, you could, Christopher. You could, maybe a meet and greet or something like that. But I've been to meet and greets and they are not fun. Um, but it's kind of like vultures. People are vultures to those that are well known. I met Dave Grohl one time, and my God, at a meet and greet, and I didn't pay for it. A friend of mine uh, worked for certain members of the band, and anyway, but those people at those things, ugh, not my cup of tea. Anyways, this reading is very meaningful to me. Another house card, yes. Wow, thank you, Maya. You're welcome. So to me, it's like you're tracking. You're tracking, look for new things opening up and getting rid of the old. So I like that. Yes, it is very awesome. You got a great one there. All right. Okay, I'm going to read Sharon's dream really quick. Then I'm going to read that I'm going to read on Sarim's question, and then Nicholas. Okay, Sharon says, I had a dream where I was speaking to Trump with another lady, and Trump just drops to 1 foot off the ground, levitating. Ooh, possibly from a stroke. That's where I woke up. Ugh. Was my guide speaking to me? I think so, because some of the cards that I get for him, like the tower and just some of the imagery, it looks like it could be like a strike, like the lightning is striking the crown of the tower. So to me, that is something to watch out for. That's possibly something with the head, um, and something such as the, let's see, what is that? The nine of wands as well, because that's where they've got the head is bandaged up. I do get energy around him and have for some time that looks to me like possible cardiac arrest or stroke or combination. I suppose our heart quits, can quit after, definitely after you have a like a massive stroke. And I think that could possibly happen, Sharon. So interesting that you got that dream because I often get cards that I think, and I've written it down in my little notebooks. Is that a stroke? I get that kind of energy for him too. I think he could suffer from something like that, probably with all his clogged arteries. Um, okay. So now we go to Sarin. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, and I'm sorry if I'm not. And you're wanting to know how, and again, sorry if I don't say this name correctly. I think it's Saukina? Mm. Anyway, how do they feel after the conversation that you guys had today? All right, let's take a look. I'm going to go ahead and use this deck and see if it tells me. And if it doesn't seem to be picking up, I'll grab another deck. I hope you're still here, dude. And then, Nicholas, you're next, and we'll read your comments. So, how do they feel after your conversation today? How did they feel after your conversation today? Well, I'm getting the computer, and it's saying online, linked, networking, reconnect openly with others. So it's about reconnecting openly with others and remain open to possibilities. Maybe you help them to keep more of an open mind toward a reconnection of some kind, whether or not that makes any sense, or at least to new possibilities. And we get Foyer, which is visitor, arrival, stranger. Pay attention to new people entering your life at this time. So there's reconnecting with others. She's really, or I say she, but whoever, they are really getting cards of socialization and remaining more open to other people, um, and to new people entering their life at this time. I don't know what that means. Oh, good, you're here. I'm glad. Um, I get friend. I get the card of pet. Isn't that cute? It says friend, support, loyalty. And it says now is the time to build deeper connections with those around you. It feels to me like maybe you help them to open up, as I said, and not shut someone else out or be more open to others in some way, to be more open to them and maybe to meeting new people. I don't know. But there is friendship here, there is support, there's loyalty, and I get trash can. And that's about um, it's better to walk away to make room for something better. So that's interesting. Oh, okay, Nicholas, I'm looking forward to it. Um, So this is looking like it's better to walk away and make room for something better. And so maybe there's some effect of this person is more open to something better in their life. Uh, sorry. Um, I feel like there's an opening. It's just more of an opening here and support, being more supportive, loyal. They might want that. And they might say those that are not loyal can take the highway. They go in the trash. They are not in my life. Getting rid of those that are not loyal and kind and opening up to meeting new people. This looks like an opening, frankly, to less toxic people and to uh, valuing those that are more loyal to them. And it is better to leave someone go, let them go, than, and allow yourself to have something better. Okay, and I get first aid kit. So this is about safety and it's about being prepared. The energy is about, for what you don't expect, circumstances by, helping one to think ahead. Hmm. We get craft room, creativity, talent, and vision. Let your full expression flow freely. Open the gateway to creation. So I feel like there's something about here, again, staying prepared for what for the unexpected. Um, I see creativity and vision and letting it flow freely through expression. And we have loyalty and the cards of, you know, not staying with those that are not going to be a positive influence in your life. Something along these lines. It's positive, it's a positive effect. I don't see anything negative here. I think there's like some kind of reconsideration and looking at things a little differently due to your conversation. It looks good. It looks good. And we get giving help support. Once again, there's that support, giving help. Someone is coming your way to change your life for the better. And knife, betrayal, heartbreak, pain. It sounds like maybe they needed to let go of somebody that was breaking their heart and trust that these dark times will bring you to the brightest places. And it feels like a breakup. So I think that this person needs to realize that they're better off alone until they meet someone that or to spend time with those that are loyal and supportive. That is what I was looking for. I'm glad because I don't know this relationship, but I do see it's positive and I'm so glad to hear that. It looks like it was helpful. And I'm so glad that you were able to help this person because it looks like you open their mind and to not accept less. You're better off alone than being with somebody that's awful to you, um, or what have you. So it's good. And it looks like there's going to be positive things opening up, new people for this, new, healthier environment and people. And being around people that really truly have your back, not the fake friends. It looks good. All right, Severine? It's a pleasure to read for you. Thank you for being so patient, and all of you. All right, Nicholas, the last bunch. So I already answered that. Yes, still very powerful. You can mix and match, find out what works the best. All right. So yes. And ankle bracelet. Some intuitives viewers think there is an allegorical, not literal. Ankle bracelet. Enjoyed your speaking of Reiki practitioners as I am. Oh, you love the things that are all Japanese, the Nipponophile. I'm sorry if I didn't say that correctly. I do. I love all the imagery. Must have had a life there. I'm sure I did. Funny thing is, I don't care for, I'm very picky about the food. Just depends. I love teriyaki though. Sushi, not so much. Um, anyways, no problems. All right, what else you saying, Nicholas? All right, the orange dummy will go to Saudi. Let's just see real quick. Let's see if we can get a lowdown on that, if he'll go. Like, let's look at yes, no on the regular tarot, and then I'll read your dream. I'm so sorry that you had a correct dream. That's not fun. I get that sometimes. And there's nothing worse than waking up and still feeling tired from the stupid dreams, right? Ay, ay, ay. So right now we're going to take a look and see if the orange dummy is going to go, if he would go to Saudi Arabia and not Russia. Yes, no. Would Trump head for Saudi Arabia to get away? Well, he could always go to South Africa. He can live with Elon and I feel like I need to take a disinfecting bath after reading about this man. Oh, so gross. They do. They have the worst energy. There's such a difference between reading for you all and when I read on these creeps. They have really thrown away their free will and to do bad things, and what a waste. All right, let's see what we get. Would he go, yes or no, to Saudi before he'd go to Russia? Now, I think we know he probably is a chicken shit when it comes to cold. Let's see for a yes or no. I get a yes. Look at all the money. They have more money than Russia does, by the way. So that makes more sense to me. Yeah, all those wealthy Saudi princes that they have the connection to, that creep over there. He's a devil. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, excited about that, taking action. He's getting excited about all their money. Hmm, give me your money. He's such a greedy little pig. He's going to be worried. This is his stress. I like that he's going to be worried. Makes a nice switch from it being us. Not sleeping well. And you know, he's mentally declining more. Did you hear him on some call in show? I don't know, he was talking about somebody. He sounded like the oldest mofo in his little old man voice. He really sounded like bad. I'm not making it up. He really sounded like tired and kind of wrung out. He's worried about the cruel ship that he's done, the cruel shit. And I think worried about having it done to him. What's the matter? You can dish it out, but you can't take it. Wimp. I don't like losers that can't take it. He's a child. That's showing us how childish he is, and he thinks like a child. I always get this card for him as well, that he's really not very advanced and a young soul. And we get secrets. We get the high priestess. What about how more infantile he's becoming? There could be some behavior that will come out, more behavior. And it's more serious or more advanced, I think, than people are aware of. There's something deeper than people are aware of going on with that. Okay. Just some vibes I'm getting there. Let's see what else we get. Oh, little thief. That's the other one that comes up for him all the time. He is a thief and a sneaky person that steals. well, that's a thief, I suppose, but takes away things as well, benefits, things that people need, just for sheer revenge. What a wimp. He wants all the money right here. Hey, America, I'm going to raid your piggy bank. But here we have, again, I think people standing up to him. At some point, people are going to finally stand up to him. And I do believe we'll have people out in the streets. Unfortunately, I think there could be people getting hurt. I hope not. Well, there he is looking at other lands, looking to see where his benefit lies, and probably looking to see who can help him out in another country. And Saudi would be more. It shows up in the cards that Saudi would have the money, he would choose them over Putin because Putin's not got the moolah la la la. Interesting. Okay, Nicholas, carry on, sir. Let's go. Right here, during SAC anime at the old Doubletree in Del Paso Heights, you witnessed, all right, I'm not sure what this is, sweetie, but maybe you can tell me, witnessed aftermath of a barroom brawl, with a non-anime fan attendee who had his earlobe likely removed with a beer bottle. Oh, brother. A lot more blood than the orange Mussolini's ear. And there we go. Anytime you get hit in the ear, like right here after my accident, I had gravel and glass stuck in there. I cannot grow hair there now. You know, anytime, I was bloody on my face. It looked like I was in Carrie after that film. I'm not kidding. I had blood all over my face. He should have looked a lot more messy than he did. I agree. Hmm. Okay. And you're saying, I'm still here. I'll tell you my nightmare too. Okay, where's the nightmare? You're welcome, Sarim. I'm very glad that I was able to give you the information you were looking for. What about salmon? Salmon? Did I get this wrong? He looks sick too. Mm, I must have missed. I'll read this stuff later. But Nicholas, do you want to share what the nightmare was? I'll wait. And those of you that, need to carry on, that's the last question of the live. And thank you so much. If you have other things to go and do, maybe some other lives that you want to listen to, I don't know. But thank you so much. Thank you, Nicholas. Let's read Nicholas's dream. This is our last post for the live. Thank you all so very much. The nightmare was just prior to a tribal sweat lodge. The next morning was in a coastal town I thought was Astoria, but wasn't. But wasn't white people dressed in World War I British uniforms fighting Native American warriors in hide skin attire. Well, that's a trip. But the British did attack the indigenous pop. So you could have been picking up on actual past goings on. But that's awful. What an intense dream. Well, they certainly are going after you know, anyone that's a minority. They just don't. Oh, you were asking if I like salmon. I like salmon patties. I haven't eaten them in a long time, but I can't eat like a fillet of salmon. It's just too rich. I know that sounds crazy. My husband loves it. I wish that I did, but it's too strong tasting. I like white fish. I do. I prefer a more mild fish flavor, like cod. I love cod. And I like halibut. That's expensive. So I've got champagne taste and Guinness pockets. I like lobster, loves shellfish. Um, oh, what else was there? There was another white fish that I had that was really delicious, very mild tasting. I'll remember it later, but I do. I like the mild tasting fish. The salmon oil is too strong for me. It just kind of gags me. It makes me feel stupid. There was a racist encounter online that was saying things about Native Americans. I'm half. You know what? These people who say that kind of stuff have got to be the weakest, most bunch of fearful uh, wimps. They're afraid of you. And that's why it's stupid. There's no need to be. But they're afraid of anybody that's different. I grew up with people like this. And actually, I grew up many years on what had been an old Indian reservation in Agency, Missouri. Um, and there was weird energy there. I'll tell you what. It was interesting. Old energy, old energy. But they there's going to come a time that I think the indigenous nations will rise again. Um, and I think it's after this real big time of darkness we start going toward bringing light, not just, into the cities or whatever, whatever, but everywhere. People are going to, I think, be sick and tired of the darkness. And I think we'll become more unified. Let's just take a look very quickly for those of you that are stuck, and then we'll hear with me and we'll finish off. Let's take a look at the indigenous folks if we see improvements that will come to their living conditions and you know their how they're treated. It breaks my heart and it makes me embarrassed and very angry. I have a lot of affection for the indigenous people of this land, and it upsets me what has been done. Okay, let's see. Do we see a rise, if you will, like a Maya Angelou rise? He kept saying, Native Americans need to respect the white people. Why? Why should they respect us? After what these macho masochists have done? To hell with that. It's our turn to learn to respect them. Um, did the white Europeans respect the Native Americans in the past? How about now? No, and no. And they still know F all about any of the tribes, about any of what they brought and gave to the world. They're so willfully stupid. Um, I cannot. Let me just see. Okay, for the indigenous people of this Turtle Island, do they have a new day coming? I keep seeing a new day for us all, so they got to be given a new day as well. Show me. I was just watching something on the ballerina Tall Chief. That was so cool. This is the indigenous population that's been through the ringer and they're still here. You haven't killed us yet, you bastards. Sorry. And this could be leadership in amongst, I feel like, indigenous population. We're still here and we will fight you. We will resist you. I do see things moving forward for them. And I do see a male card. So it looks like there could be a man. Um, in and amongst probably maybe representing leadership that will move forward with standing up for their needs here, even though they've been, you know, put through the ringer. They're, and then we get the Queen of Wands. That's interesting. So we get the King and the Queen of Wands, and this is feeling ancestral also to me for some reason now. It's like we're holding on and we're moving forward with women, with a feminine energy. This would be a very charismatic, bubbly, active, personable, uh, charismatic type of personality. Not unlike Miss Jasmine Crockett, because she's a fire sign. So it's a lively lady. This is juggling, trying to bring things under control, up and down, instability, and there is loss, but not all is lost. A good deal is lost, but not all. Okay, with those two cups behind. Let's see, one, two. All right. So this has been wicked for them. You know, we have alcoholism running rampant, lack of jobs, lack of training, education, to help them move ahead. Um, but something new is coming. I like that. And the King and the Queen of Wands are bringing it. That's a fire energy. So let's keep the elements in mind too. And we get authority. These could be chiefs, this could be the elders, bringing something new. I like that. There's the Three of Cups, there's happiness, there's a celebration. Oh, please. And you guys are strong as hell. You're going to kick their butts and still be around, and they will not. You have the inner strength of this wise woman here. She can handle a very dangerous lion by just being gentle and knowing how to close their mouth without a fuss. There's a way to do things. So I see it coming. It's coming. Yes. Fighting back, not giving up, partnerships that are harmonious, that support their needs that they're fighting for, as well as partnerships that go against them. But look, there's I love it. There is our angel of balance coming in saying that they've been treated too extreme. They have. There's been an extreme here. And this has to be changed. And this is also a card of patience and time. That over time, with patience, there will be a balancing out of extremes. And the Two of Cups, there will be unity. That's beautiful. I think people will become more unified. And I think maybe even more healthy. Something here, too. This is just a vibe I'm getting. So that's what I get. I'm glad to see that it's coming for them. I'm just about ready to sign off. Kelsey Wells, hello. Do the second part of the nightmare. Okay, thank you. Here's the last part of the reading for the evening. Okay. Dead bull blocking. Okay, a dead bull blocking a dirt street in rigor mortis. Oh, gross. With all fours sticking up, the size of an LTD. Really? When I went inside of the buildings, large evacuated mass graves full of crucified black skeletons with energy windmills next to them. Wow, that's really intense. Well, the dead bull, that's a stock market. Blocking, it's going to become dead as dead. Oh boy. I think it's going to crash. And then you went inside of the buildings. Mass graves full of crucified black skeletons with with energy windmills next to them, trying to get come back to life. Do you think? You did, sweetie. But you know what, Kelsey? I'm here next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And if you get here nice and early, you can write in the chat log your question and I'll star it. But you want to come early because, like, I take maybe, you know, 10 to 13 questions and it takes me about 2.5 hours to get through it. So, but just come a little earlier next Sunday and I'll be pleased to read for you. Okay? Well, SC reached out for me for an interview. All right, since I'm just going to go out, I'll do that real quick. But you know what, Nicholas? I think the dead bull, the dirt street and the rigor mortis with all the feet up in the air, it feels like the stock market. I'm not sure about maybe something will come to you later. I hope you're journaling all of this, Nicholas. You must be a dreamer. I have the dreams too, but um, crucified black skeletons, that's really interesting. Then he went to school on, what's this, Fiona? I will read it for you, Kelsey, and then I'll close out. Okay. He then went to school on you, on the racist jerk that was bothering you, trolling you. That makes me so damn mad. I wish I would have been there. I would have told him off for you. Um, he went to school on you. Oh, so he's going to teach you. Why do they always think they know Native American history and they're white and they don't know shit? They couldn't find their ass with both hands. Sorry, I'm really coming out the bad language right now. It just makes me so angry. And talking to me about tribes who fought each other. Oh, they always bring that up. They always bring that up. You know, there's a difference, sir. Like, they weren't spreading disease and wiping out most of the people, you jackass. Stupid redneck, in all likelihood. Also, you don't even know why they fought each other. He doesn't know. He's just regurgitating something he read. And that's what these people do. They don't dig and find the truth for themselves. They're lazy and they're willfully ignorant. They repeat lies and they believe lies. And it gets ridiculous because you, of all people, would certainly know better than him. And it just makes me mad to no end. I'm sorry that you had to put up with that. And he's lucky I wasn't there because I might lose my temper on him. All right, Kelsey, I'm going to read for you very quickly. All right, and then we're done. Thank you all so much. 3 hours. All right. Will SC reach out to me for an interview? Let's see. Yes or no? Will SC reach out to Kelsey for an interview? Will SC reach out to Kelsey for an interview? Will SC reach out to Kelsey for an interview? Will SC reach out to Kelsey for an interview? Well, there's a delay. Looks like there's a delay with the hanged man and in contacting you. Okay, so there could be a delay in contacting you, but I think that they will. Let me get another few cards. So be strong. Don't don't throw in the towel and think it's all over with. Looks like, this is calling on you to use your inner strength, your patience, 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 patience. I know that's hard, but keep the gentle strength of the strength card here with the woman and the lion, where you're not losing control of yourself, but you're just like, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just, thoughtfully. It's thoughtful. I think that you might hear because I do get the Four of Pentacles. So I think you could hear from them, but there could be a delay. There might be an issue that they're going through. Stay strong. Hold on. I get pulling back with the Four of Swords. So there's something about recuperation or recovery, and there's an offer. So all I can say is with this, if they don't come to you with the offer here, and I think they might, it might be someone else. But since you asked about SC, I tend to think it's probably them. I see someone coming to you, but after a slight delay, after holding on to something, they've held on to something. I don't know if it's paperwork or what, or if something has caused jammed up and caused a delay in something. Just be patient as much as you can. I feel like they will come to you. We do have the Four of Wands here. I like that. That's home and the locale, your local area. It's joy. It's the domestic, And there's something new here with judgment, a greater awareness that is coming. I don't know. Are you going to move? Um, because it looks to me like that could be possible. There's something about a house and a greater realization about family home or family security, stability with this job. Um, it'll work out. No matter what, it's going to work out. I like it when I see this angel. Temperance. Things will get balanced. And I think it's, there's an older, maybe there could be wisdom or an older person that would help with that, or there's wisdom or guidance in that. There's balance that's coming. So I think this could come to you, like I said, after a delay, looking, it might be that they're looking into things more deeply without saying exactly so. And then once they get what they want, I think then they think it's uh it passes the test. You know what I mean? It passes muster. Yeah, there's going to be you will have clarity on it. And I think there could be traveling or moving once again, and maybe even success here that you are successful in getting it. So I think, yes, I see movement. And if it's not with them, it could be with someone else. But I definitely see an offer coming to you. Okay? All right, guys. All right. Thank you all so, so much. And I appreciate all of you. I will see you next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. If you just hit the notifications, it'll let you know in your own time zone what time that you need to be here. Um, but it's always just for your brain. 3 p.m. West Coast time of America, and not Mountain Time, West Coast Pacific time. So I'm getting cold now. So I will see you all hopefully in a new video this week. I hope I have enough energy. If not, please just wait on me till I do. I'm struggling. But I definitely will see you at the weekend. I love you all. I want you to take care of yourselves and be good to yourselves. All right? And I love you. Bye bye. Thank you. And thank you, Nicholas.